Storm Team.
Welcome back. It is now 6:14 and some of these storms have turned severe. Not what we're looking at from the Watford City camera, but there is hail in that particular storm, along with a long trail of them. We'll get to 82 degrees there, and with that summer warmth, we know what that means around here when that grass is green and these storms are coming our way. So there are a lot of storms popping up in the last hour. That's where we see this amplify into those oranges and yellows that are needed for those tall developments to create severe storms. So we actually do have one severe warn that should be heading across I-94 in the next hour. So by about 7 o'clock, we'll see more of this storm cell with probably some small, very small hail by then up there. However, at the moment that hail has been a little bit larger and receding. We can see how tall this storm is here. Up toward the 60,000 foot level means that it has a high chance of lots of lightning, and it's easy for that hail to grow larger. So within our hail tracks, we can see here some purples that would indicate quarter size hail, and there were some close to an inch inside that cloud. So if you have any ground reports, please share them with us. Can always help out. And we'll go ahead and continue sharing what we can see here too visually. That near Watford City, that's where we have the other bit of blue there for more hail, and it really trails all the way up into the border, but very small. With these grays, it's pea-sized. So a lot of more areas here with smaller hail surrounding Watford City into Mandaree, almost into Newtown, but this is kind of not really getting all the way toward Newtown or across the water. Instead, this is one line all the way north. And so with those temperatures continuing to be very warm on this side of that front, that cold front with that south wind, it's going to be mid-80s still in central North Dakota, right along that line. That's where we start to get the strongest storm. So it's going to continue to be right around this area tonight, but also drop those temperatures behind it, and not by much. These cooling downs that we're going to be expecting are a few degrees at a time, so still very warm for this time of year. And ahead of this front, strong winds, Dickinson at 23 miles per hour. So while you have these thunderstorms passing, the winds will kick up with gusts around 30-40 miles per hour easily. And in the central part of the state, we were feeling that earlier today, a very warm one with that. So Carrington soil temperatures up to 67 at 2 p.m. this afternoon. Dickinson 70 degrees and Bottineau at 53. So getting some of that hail, you might cool those down real quick, but lots of sunshine lately to keep those ground temperatures warm. And our lows tonight going down to about 60 degrees once again, kind of like yesterday. It was just the whole next week ahead. That's pretty much where we're at, right around 80 for our highs. So going down a little bit tomorrow. This is where we see a mix of some upper 70s out west, some mid 80s near Harvey, and we'll start to be cooling down just a tad after this front passes, but not by much. And as we go through the next few hours, and into the overnight, that's when those storms really let up. But for the next few hours, while it's still warming, we'll continue to see them grow, just like Friday afternoon. We'll start to see storms more so around Dickinson. We could get a couple pop-up ones ahead into Bismarck, and there was one actually floating by overnight. So hopefully that does not impede the track meets. We have some events going on that are just barely missing all of this rain as it's further out west. So temperatures close to 80 degrees for the next few days, and those overnight lows mostly around 60 degrees. Memorial Day, less of a chance for the rain, but if it's not over you, Brooke, it probably will be somewhere on the horizon.
Yes, and Amy, you pointed out that spider that was on the Williston camera earlier. I think that spider must have heard your Weatherwise yesterday and thought that it would make an appearance.
Yeah, and then Joel was over there saying, why are we talking about spiders? Now there's more spiders today.
There you go. Thanks so much, Amy. Coming up next, the biggest 3 days of the spring season are here. We have highlights from a windy first afternoon at the State Track and Field Meet in the capital city.